Link down below as always if you want to read this on your own. It doesn't matter what generation you're on or platform, the patch notes are the same. FOV settings have been added. Ultra widescreen fixes, FOV adapted. Fixed an issue with a default voiceover being set to English after launching the game for the first time. La maudite affaire parlant en français. Visual and audio improved the visual effects for VOV/A6 Death in Frozen State. I don't even know what I just read. Add sounds for jumping in limbo, as well as an issue with an incorrect displaying of PM in the Nora repair vendor with installed cartridge. Some environment collisions before the final boss fight have been addressed, as well as an issue with an incorrect flickering lighting at the bottom of the screen when moving around the Chalomi location. Give this video a thumbs down. You get a backhand so hard, you're going to be seeing flickering. Fixed an issue with P3 body flickering in the Sechenov Center cutscene, as well as an issue with cartoons not playing sometimes or an incorrect loading of the first location in the VD and H, or with loading in the boiler room after loading, or culling of plant in the pesticide location, or with the lighting in a hotel in the village. Added aiming sounds for MP revolver type bolt frame upgrade, as well as an issue that's been fixed for the sound in an elevator in the VD and H, and with an environment culling in the Maya Plisetsky, the Mayonnaise Theater. There we go. Fixed an issue with a sound of the testing ground Polygon 8 exit door, as well as an A-pose of mutant corpses that's been fixed, as well as a sound in an elevator in an algae workshop of the Vavilov complex, and an issue as well with an incorrect loading of the last puzzle room in the magnetic shock absorption zone. When it comes to quests, improved quest markers in the VDNH, as well as an issue that's been fixed with the Tereshkova not going further if you stand close to the gate, or an incorrect Plitch spawn in the Pavlov complex morgue, or in the elevator in the testing ground of Polygon 10, or with a candle in the testing ground of Polygon 10, as well as an issue that's been fixed with an incorrect Roto-Robot spawn in the VDNH, as well as missing objects, or with a save in the Vavilov complex tunnels, or with a deadlock when hitting the Plyush and the the whole mayonnaise thing, theater with a Swedes circle attack. This is testing my English skills, but in my defense, it's not my first language. Fixed an issue with getting stuck in a testing ground of Polygon 1, as well as with an incorrect quest item picking while having a huge amount of resources, or with a quest item turning into the Mark Fat Boy ammo, or with a start of the Limbo location, or an issue with a crash when loading autosave in the algae workshop. Too much algae, gotta clean that shit out. Or with a crash after the death from the Natasha's missile, as well as an issue with She Sells mustache on a seashore quest updating, or with the Black Vova health bar after an autosave, or an issue with the elevator doors in the seed bank of the Vavilov complex, or with the door in the testing ground of Polygon 11, or not being able to re-enter after the exit through the main entrance to VDNH right before the door closes. So a lot of elevator and door and algae issues. Fixed an issue with a door not opening at the start of the Limbo in the Pavlov complex, as well as with doors not opening after killing the Plyush and all of the mobs in the testing ground of Polygon 9, as well as an issue when the player is loaded through an autosave on the level border on the transition from an entrance to tunnels in the Vavilov complex, or when part of the Sekhenov's office area in the Chalomi is not loading when going up an elevator, as well as when part of the ceremonial ramp area in the VDNH isn't loading, or an issue when it's impossible to interact with the candle in the boiler room of the thermarium if it's pushed behind the pipe support. Now, gameplay and open world. Fixed an issue with the Windbender power generators and Dandelion CCTV system not being repaired by the Pichelis, the pistachios, whatever. Fixed an issue with the missing KS23 receipt, as well as an issue with the pair terminal not responding to interaction in a locked room in VDNH, or when it's impossible to open the map in the open world, or when you cannot get out of the car in some cases. Fix collisions in many places to prevent being stuck in an environment, as well as an issue with inaccessible chirper in the pesticide location of the Vavilov complex, or fixed an issue with consumable items in the weapon selection wheel, as well as an issue with displaying of the uninstalled PM upgrades, as well as with displaying of the uninstalled Mark Fatboy upgrades. A lot of issues here that have been fixed, along with the loot disappearing after loading the save, or an issue when pieces of dead frozen enemies become lootable. Well, some people are into that. Fixed an issue with missing map objects and the friendship of People's Park in the VDNH, as well as with falling down under the map when jumping onto the reflector at the end of the magnetic shock absorption zone. Achievements. Fixed a bunch of achievements that have to do with progress saving, as well as with achievements that were glitched after restarting the game. Issue with unlocking the scanner, Atomic Heart, Lord of War achievement, or with finding crafting MP not forwarding the Lord of War achievement. Fixed an issue with the progress of the Hothead achievement, as well as unlocking the cleanup achievement. Fixed an issue in the UI with the Nora Repair Vendor, as well as Nora Repair Vendor storage UI improvements for the 16 to 10 and 29 to 21 to 9. Too much math this morning. With those ratio monitors, improved HUD notifications for sending items to the storage, improved skill activation HUD, fixed an issue with a stuck display of the received loot, improved performance in some areas when it comes to stability, as well as just improved stability in general, fixed some rare crashes. PC only, mouse acceleration disabled, fixed an issue with a soft lock when pressing space many times during the use of a Nora Repair Vendor. And then there's some recommendations for solving some issues. If you install third-party software to modify the Atomic Heart game client on a PC, it may break your game. In the event of a similar situation. To solve it, you should uninstall the software and reinstall it. If you've encountered issues on Steam, you can check the integrity of the game files. And that is pretty much it. So as always, if you liked the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. It does greatly help support the channel with that algorithm. You didn't like the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs down, and I'll do this to you. Bzz, bzz. Exactly. And if you want to subscribe, naturally that would be great, but if not, hey, I get it. Thanks for stopping by anyways, take care, and maybe I'll see some of you in the next one. Bye for now.